Well, how about this for a festive scene? Roaring fire to my left, poinsettia to my right, and a lovely Christmas tree behind me. Well, for our next story, we've got something interesting. Now, every Christmas I seem to get left over with an ornament that doesn't match, or maybe a candle that isn't finished. We're going to visit Danelle at the Farmer's Daughters, and she's going to show us what to do with some of these odds and ends. Well, I'm here with Danelle at the Farmer's Daughters. This is an amazing shop.
Well, thank you.
Looks small from the front, but I can see there's a lot of depth to it.
We do have a lot here.
Well, today we're going to demonstrate what you can do with, I don't know what you call them, Christmas leftovers?
Yeah, we're going to make an arrangement with vintage Christmas items and also feature some of our tree ornaments that were made here in Wellsboro. From the ribbon machine. At one time made 300,000 a day of Christmas ornaments. If you're like me and you can't resist picking up a vintage or a retro ornament or a figurine, this is something to do with the odds and ends of them. Yes.
All right, well, take us away.
Okay, I often start with a tin or a box. And in this case, this is a new tin that just looks old.
Gotcha, but it could be a cookie tin or a chocolate.
It could be a cookie tin, something you got a gift in. It could be something old that you just want to repurpose. So the first thing I do is always take a piece of this Oasis or floral foam and glue into the bottom. Today we're going to use, this is an old Santa ornament.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
That's a candle, is it?
Yes, it is. It's an old candle, and it was actually made around the 50s, so it's been around a while. I'm going to actually just put a little hot glue on him and put him in firmly, and I use a lot of these bottle brush trees, so we're just going to do the same thing with that, and we're going to put that right beside him, and he's starting to look a little bit festive already, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I love the way that glue sets so quickly, doesn't it?
It's great to work with, and it should stay right there. So right now I'm adding polyfill around the edges. That kind of covers up the Oasis, and it looks like snow.
It does look like snow,
so,
yeah.
I'm not actually gluing that in today. Probably if I was doing it at home, I would put a little glue around the edges. And then I also give it a liberal sprinkle with some fake snow glitter here. That's why we have glitter all over the place here, because I'm liberal with it. I'm going to add a few of these vintage ornaments. These happen to have been used in an arrangement before, so they're already on these nice
straight
little
through the
sticks.
Oasis, yep.
Yep, straight in, and then I'm going to, this is actually an old one that I had saved, and I'm just going to glue him into that. And then if you want to get fancy, this is something that maybe I would put a little bit of this around the edges. This is so easy, and really the sky is the limit, just whatever your imagination brings you to.
That's a very clear glue.
It should be clear, and it will dry clear, and you won't even know it's there, basically. And just for this one, I thought that I would put in an old postcard.
Look at that.
Just to add a little bit more to it. So there you have something that you can set on your shelf, and it's a good way to use up some of the collectibles that you might like but not really have a place for. That's what I did with this one, is just some more little candles.
And what was this? Mentos?
Yeah, that was an old cheese box. So people saved those back in the day, and I came upon it. So this one is one that I did with, this is actually an old pepper shaker or salt shaker, which you can often find one and not the other of.
Tin can? Lid from a tin can, I should say.
Lid from a different tin, yep. And glued one of our Wellsboro ornaments in there with a little bow. This one was a fun one to do too. Just a little angel.
With a bit of jewelry.
And glued those things on. And yep, the glass beads that were vintage that a lot of people have in their attics. Some of these are things that people have in their attics, and people really enjoy them.
Now, I have to say, Danelle, this store is like the Doctor Who's time machine. It's small on the outside, but when you come in, it's massive.
Yeah.
Tell us about some of the things you feature.
Okay, well, we have quite a few local products. We have local honey, we have local maple syrup, some chocolate. By the end of December, we'll start moving things into our Christmas room, we call it, because it's there year-round. And right now we have a good selection of shiny bright ornaments and other ornaments that were made in Wellsboro.
Locally made, yes.
Yes, that were made in Wellsboro from the war years on, from World War II years on. We also have a lot of Pyrex because we're local to Corning, and that's a very popular item with collectors because a lot of it isn't made anymore.
Well, Danelle, it's been an absolute joy to come and visit. Thank you ever so much.
Well, thank you so much for coming. It's been my pleasure.